Sing the famous Harry Houdini.
You're Harry. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I, Harry Houdini, the greatest magician of all times, the incredible escape artist, will show you a magic trick that I promise will leave you stunned. But first, allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1874, and actually, my real name was Eric Weiss. I'll tell you about that later. I was the fifth son of a poor rabbi, and not long after I was born, my family moved to the United States. It was hard for my father to find a job, so when I was 9, I had to help my family by finding a job like selling newspapers, shining shoes, and running errands. Sometimes I worked so hard I hardly had any time for school. But when I did, I enjoyed performing acrobatics for my friends and called myself Prince of the Air. I swung on the trapeze and walked on the tightrope in my backyard. Do you know what my first stunt was? I bent over backwards and picked a pin off the ground with my teeth. I was so flexible I could twist my body any way I wanted. I loved gymnastics, swimming, and boxing, and this all made me very strong. But I discovered I also loved magic. I'd spend hours in the library reading books about magic and new tricks. Simple tricks at first, with paper, coins, cards, and marbles. When I was 11, I worked for a locksmith. A locksmith is someone that makes and repairs locks. I discovered I had talent for opening locks without using a key. So one day, I decided to surprise my neighborhood by unlocking all the doors on the street.
Your name.
Okay, so remember I told you my real name wasn't Harry Houdini? Do you know how I got the name? When I was about 17, I read a book about the famous French magician Robert Houdin, and I wanted to be famous like him a lot. So I added an I to Houdin and got Houdini. And my first name was Eric, but my mom sometimes called me Harry, which sounds very much like Harry. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And ta-da! That's how Harry Houdini was born. But it's not easy to become famous just by changing your name. It's a lot of hard work, and I had to practice my tricks over and over again. I had to do special exercises with my hands and feet, and I had to do it
Quickly.
And I had to do it really quick, too. And you also need an audience. So, my brother Theo and I performed together as the Houdini brothers. We did card tricks, mind reading, disappearing acts, and illusions. For an example of an illusion is like pulling a coin out of someone's ear.
Oh, my dad does that. I don't know how to do that trick. What did you pull it out of? The whole time.
Excuse me.
When I was 20, I met Beatrice Ronner, an 18-year-old singer and dancer. I called her Bess. It was love at first sight. We got married after 3 weeks. Bess was tiny, only 5 feet tall, smaller than I was. I was 5 feet and 5 inches. Bess was perfect to slip in and out of tight places, which made her a perfect assistant for my magic shows. At first, Bess and I performed in circuses and dime museums. Dime museums are large halls where you could watch strange acts for 10 cents, like sword swallowers, jugglers, and performing monkeys. In one trick that I did, I made an elephant disappear on stage. Whoa. Oh. But I was most famous for my escapes, which is why I like to call myself an escape artist more than a magician. I also had the nickname King of Handcuffs. Hard for me to think with the singing.
Just tune it out. Just tune it out.
Police station. Police station.
Oh, right. Whenever Bess and I would come to a new town, we'd head straight to the police station. I would ask the chief of police to handcuff me and lock me up, and then I would escape. In another one of my escapes, I was tied up in a straitjacket, dangled by my feet, and then what do you think I did again? I escaped. Or I'd be handcuffed in a box, thrown into the river, and then I'd escape again. In my famous milk can escape, I was put in a milk can filled with ice cold water, and I told the audience to hold their breath as I dunked underwater. The lid was locked tight. The audience could only hold their breath for 30 seconds. I could hold it for more than 2 minutes. And then, again, I escaped.
Go on. Sadly.
Oh, sadly, my death came a little too early when I was only 52 years old. This is what happened. While preparing for a performance backstage, a young college student came up to me and asked if he could give me a punch in the stomach to test my incredible strength. I did have very strong abs, so I agreed. However, before I could put down the book I was reading, Stand Up and Get Ready, the punch came suddenly. I fell. 4 days later, I died of ruptured appendix on Halloween night. But to this day, people still remember me, and every year on Halloween night, magicians from all over come to my grave and say a Jewish prayer called the Kaddish, and they talk about how I was the greatest magician who ever lived. And now, to my magic trick! Okay. Or should I show pictures first?
It's up to you, whatever you like.
Okay. So, this picture is, that's me when I was 8 years old.
That's awesome.
Just listen. Good audience.
This is the magician who inspired me about magic, Robert Houdini. Okay. And this is my brother Theo and I. That's me. That's him. This is one of the tricks that Bess and I did. It was called the metamorphosis. And this is the elephant that I think it's the one that it might be the one that that disappeared. Maybe. Not sure.
We didn't need the microphone.
This is me handcuffed with a lot of handcuffs. And this is what a straitjacket would look like. But I escaped from it. This is me when I had chains around my neck and I escaped from that too. And this is a poster that people would hang up on walls or walls. And this is my milk can escape. And that's it. Okay. Now to my magic trick. Okay. We'll have Miss Dinnix hold these keys. Actually, wait. Okay. You see these handcuffs? These are the strongest handcuffs in the world. And no one can escape from them. Except maybe me, but I don't know. Now, the only thing that can open these keys, these handcuffs, are these keys. Now I need you to hold these, and I need a volunteer. You don't even know what I'm gonna say yet. I need a volunteer to handcuff me in these. You fine young lady there. What's your name? Oh yeah. Fine. Okay. Wait, let me get out. Okay. Handcuff me in these and in back. And I will. And I will try. Okay. And I will try to escape from it. Yeah, I think it's.
Everybody on your say crisscross on the side. Crisscross on the side. I still have the keys.
Now, I can even show you that these are really strong. Okay. Now, okay.
I know what she's doing with her.
He's taking the Ta-da!
We can clap for that.
I want to do it. I want to do that.
Okay. I'm next.
And I had the keys the whole time. So
Just
you didn't take
I
the
have
keys.
those. Just yes, I want to do it.
Hey, nobody's talking.
Okay. Should I do the thing or? Okay, yeah. Okay. Done.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
wait,
wait.
one question. Very nice. Wow, you worked hard on that. Very, very good.
Elizabeth.
About Harry Houdini.
Kristen.
What's your favorite trick?
Well, that's a good question.
My favorite trick or Houdini's favorite trick?
Houdini.
The metamorphosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain it.
You
Yeah.
can say it.
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, I was handcuffed in a bag and put into a box. The box was closed tight with locks around it? Yeah, with locks around it. Then a curtain went over it. And Bess clapped 3 times and she disappeared behind the curtain. And then the curtain opened, and then I was standing right there. But where was Bess? So then the box was opened, and then we untied the bag, and there was Bess.
Wow, that seems very tricky.
Did I see?
Pretty amazing. All right. I find it interesting that he was such a daring person and then he died from a punch to the stomach. That's really interesting. All right. Thank